What's up, guys? This is Jandrey, ACSM certified personal trainer over here at Westwood. I'm about to show you guys a brand new piece of equipment we got in here. This is a steel mace made by Shoulder Rock. There's a ton of different stuff you can do with this. We're going to show you 3 exercises in a little bit, but first I'm going to tell you who can use this thing and why you should use it. So it can really be used by anybody. 13 years old on up, even maybe a 10-year-old could use it if they had the proper instruction. All the way up to like a 95-year-old. You're gonna get a lot of benefits out of this thing, including increased shoulder mobility and stability, increased rotational strength, increased core strength, and quite a few other benefits. So the first exercise / movement that I'm gonna teach you is probably one of the most important to learn first. It's known as the 10-2 movement. Like if you're looking at a clock, noon, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So you'll see why in a second. I'm gonna just show it real quick and then I'll break it down for you. It'll take a little bit to get used to. It's not quite as easy as it looks. I've been doing it for a while. So what you want to get behind you, and you should start with an empty mace, by the way, no weight on it. You want to get kind of a pendulum motion going behind you. So something like this, and then you're just gonna pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. So notice how my hands drop towards my sternum, and then you'll feel the weight pulling you back, pulling you back, pulling you back. So it's just kind of a timing thing. Once you get your rhythm down, you'll start to notice you're in a little groove. It starts to feel like it's working a little better. It's a little more smooth. When you start out, you might be a little more shaky and off rhythm. You might be kind of swinging all over the place. Don't worry about it. You'll get it with time. All right, the next exercise I'm going to show you is a progression from the 10-2 called the 360. So it looks like this. And if you look at my hands here, I have my right hand on top, so I'm going to be going over my left shoulder first. And if my hands were switched up, I'd be doing my right shoulder. So whatever hand you have on top, you go over the opposite shoulder. And as opposed to where we were going with the 10-2, we're just bringing it up here, parallel on the sides. We just bring it around that much more, so it's sticking straight up, balanced right here. My hands are down below my sternum, but it's still a push-pull movement. It's still like the same thing as the 10-2, except you're just pulling over that extra step. And what you don't want to do is move your hands all the way around your head. You don't want to do that. That's way too loose of a movement. You want to keep it nice and tight. Push, pull, push, pull. So my hands are moving up, down. Just like the 10 and 2s, just pulling through a little more. Okay, the last exercise I'm going to teach you guys is known as the grave digger. It looks like this here. So this is one that can be used with a little bit heavier weight. When you first start, obviously you can use an empty mace, that's okay, but you can kind of load this one up after you get good at it, after you're comfortable with it. So all you're doing is you're stepping out to one side first. So I step, and as I step, I slide my hand up the mace and catch it by my knee here into kind of like a half lunge position. And then I pop back up, slide my hand down, and then I roll to the other side, slide down. Left side, slide down. Right side, slide down. So it always ends up back here for a split second before I drop into that lunge. Pretty simple move. You want to make sure your back is in a neutral position at the bottom, just like with any other exercise. You don't want to be hunched over here. You don't really have to go this far down. You don't have to touch the ground or anything. If you're mobile, if you want to gain some mobility, maybe that's a good thing to do. Press it a little bit, get a nice stretch in there. It actually feels pretty good. You can use it as part of your warm-up with the other Mace moves that I've taught you. Those are 3 basic exercises to get you guys going on the steel mace. And if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Or if you see me in person out in the gym somewhere, you can stop me and say, hey, I want to learn more about the steel mace. Could you give me a demo, or could you please critique my form? I'm happy to do that, and that's what I'm here for. Thank you.